So I said in the series preview that the Cleveland Guardians were coming to the Coliseum on a 7-game losing streak. We know they're a much better team than that. It was always going to come to an end at some point. And yes, unfortunately, it came at our expense. Hello, welcome back to the Oakland A's UK YouTube channel. I am Matt, and we're going to have series like this over the course of this season. We need to be careful we don't get too high when we do have a nice little winning streak. We don't get too low when things don't go away, because this is a team that's going to be developing all season long. We're going to have our ups and downs. We had quite a big down in this series, let's be honest. But yes, that's the way it goes. Let's take a look at all 3 games from the series at the Coliseum against the Cleveland Guardians. So it started off as it went on. Unfortunately, a real kick in the balls. That game 1 on Friday night, losing it 9-8. When you score 8 runs and you have Frankie Montas on the mound, you've got to win that game. There were various points during the course of that game where you just thought, we can't lose this one. And unfortunately, we somehow conspired to do so. So it started off solo shot by Jose Ramirez for the Cleveland to get them on the board, but then a 4-run, bottom of the first, capped off by a big boy home run by Sean Murphy, 3-run shot by him. You thought, here we go. Unfortunately, Frankie just wasn't sharp. He nearly got out of that 3rd inning with 2 outs, then gave up the grand slam. Big turning point in the game, and although Sheldon Noisy did all he could, a couple of elements of rispinato from him to get us back into the lead. The bullpen that previously had been really good for us so far this season, unfortunately it faltered in the 7th. 2 runs by Justin Grimm allowed, 2 runs allowed by Domingo Acevedo. So there it was, we were unable to make a comeback from there and lost it 8-7. So a really tough one to lose. When you score that many runs and you have so many moments when you take the lead, to cough it up, yeah, it's a kick in the teeth, or somewhere else. So game 2, unfortunately, was deja vu all over again. Lost it 3-1. It was a really good pitching matchup, and Cole Irvin certainly held up his end of the bargain, competing against Shane Bieber. Really good performance by Cole. But yeah, the bullpen again, and it was Danny Jimenez who's been so impressive, a really big surprise for us so far this season, a nice welcome surprise for the A's. But this was the time it didn't go quite right for him, giving up 2 runs in the top of the 9th, so we lost it 3-1. So a real blow there. However, I think you have to be fair to the bullpen. The offense didn't get anything going through most of the game. I was looking through my notes. Bottom of the 6th inning, 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 7th, we got a 2-out single by Nick Allen and a stolen base, but couldn't get him round. Bottom of the 8th, 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 9th, trying to come back. 2 outs. Elvis got a double. Christian Pache grounded out. So we had opportunities. We had plenty of innings there where we could have tried to get something going and put them under pressure, and we didn't take it. And yes, Danny Jimenez will be very disappointed to give up those runs, but you can't lay it all on him. It's a team game, and we just didn't do enough, and that was another loss, 3-1, and meant we headed into Sunday's game, as we did the previous weekend against the Rangers, looking to get a win on Sunday to rescue a win from the series. And we didn't, basically. A really disappointing loss, 7-3, and we're all excited, I know, for James Kaprielian to finally make his season debut after starting the season on the injured list. Just didn't have it. The one positive coming out of it is that after the game, the reporters spoke to him. There wasn't an injury. That was a bit of a concern when he came out so early, but he's fine. He just wasn't sharp at all. Lasted only 2 innings. Gave up 4 runs, I think it was. Yes. That put us in a hole straight away, not least because Tristan McKenzie for the Guardians pitched very well, couldn't get anything going against him, so he was carving us up. A disappointing 7-3 loss, a disappointing 3-0 sweep at the Coliseum at the hands of the Cleveland Guardians. So we have to look at the series start, and yeah, difficult one this time. Sometimes it's difficult because there are so many options. Who do you go for? Not so much this time, unfortunately. There was some decent pitching. I mean, Cole Irvin certainly pitched well. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run allowed, or 1 run allowed. So he did a good job in that one. We have seen some of the bullpen guys pitching pretty well. AJ Puck pitching a couple of good innings in the first game, for example. But yeah, you look at the offense and it was mainly quiet. I mean, Chad Pinder got 3 hits in the series. Yeah, that was about it. Looking random, Nick Allen got 2 hits in the series. The 2 guys who really came through were Kevin Smith. He got at least 1 hit in each of the 3 games. He went 1 for 1, 2 for 3, 1 for 4, so 4 for 8 over the series. But the guy, he's been red hot of late. He definitely deserves a series star in this one. Has to be Sheldon Noisy. Led the team with 5 hits. He went 5 for 11 across the 3 games. 3 for 5 in that opening game with 3 RBIs. Then 1 for 3 with the solo shot in game 2. And then 1 for 3 yesterday. He made the error in the first inning. Ball going straight through his legs. I do think this is going to be a bit of an issue for the team. Not an issue perhaps, maybe, but where we are as a team, Mark Kotsay is rightfully putting guys in, mixing it up, trying to give everyone some playing time. I do think we'll get to a point, maybe some point in May, whereby he tries to pare it down and not necessarily doesn't change the team, but makes for a more settled team, because I do think changing players in and out, moving them into different positions, probably is part of the reason why we've had so many fielding errors so far this season. It'd be nice to have a bit more of a settled lineup. Again, not criticising Kotsay for the way he's handled it in the first month, but I do think for the A's to develop a bit more, we're probably going to need to get to a point where Kotsay is happy and confident to settle a bit more on a group. But we'll see, and I think that will play into people like Billy McKinney, who is not hit at all so far this season. Austin Allen is another one who hasn't done much. I think when we get to the end of May, we may need to see some decisions being made as to whether they're going to be part of the team moving forward for the rest of the season. But for now, again, let's not get too high, let's not get too low. Ball series, lost it 3-0, but it happens, and again, it happens against a good team like the Cleveland Guardians, who'd been on a losing streak. They were going to turn it around at some point. Unfortunately, they turned it around at the Coliseum. But you get back on the horse in Major League Baseball. We start a 3-game series at the Coliseum against the Tampa Bay Rays on Monday night, and I will be having a series preview video for that one coming up later today. So thank you for watching. Hopefully the A's can rebound against the Rays and get a better, more positive result from the next series.